Recently, I was talking to a past Faster Way client of mine who has since left the program. And, I was asking her, how is your health goals? How are your health goals going? How are you feeling since, I've talked to you in the last few months? And she said, Emily, I am making no progress in my health goals. And I asked her, why did you cancel your VIP membership? I'm so curious. And she said, I guess I just wasn't utilizing the resources. I stopped doing the workouts, and then I stopped tracking my macros. And so I just kind of felt like I was paying for nothing. She actually did great during her 6 weeks. She had some success. She lost inches, she lost weight, but eventually she got complacent. She stopped using the tools. She stopped doing the daily disciplines. She didn't show up to group coaching calls or watch the replays. And she kind of just stopped utilizing me as a coach. And so these simple things that were available to her, she just stopped taking advantage of. So I've recently been reading a book called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. I've been talking a lot about this book lately. And I feel like I could have written it. In his book, he describes a time in his life where he was having massive success. And then he also talks about a time in his life where he was experiencing massive failure. And he says, during the time whenever I was having success, he's like, as soon as I would manage success, right? Like he talks about this line of survival where there's like this baseline of survival and there's a curve to success and there's a curve to failure. And he's like, as soon as I would start experiencing success, I would get comfortable and I would slowly slip towards the survival line right above failure. And then he said during those times when he started slipping from survival down into failure, he said it was always because he had stopped doing those daily disciplines. That was the reason, he said, and the only reason that he kept slipping back into failure. Massive success and massive failure. He's had both. He said, I was making simple everyday choices that seemed harmless, like skipping your workout, skipping tracking macros, not showing up to the group coaching calls, right? Simple everyday tasks that seemed harmless and they seemed innocent enough, but without realizing it, that choice to skip those tasks was pulling him back down toward failure. He says most people don't stick with the simple daily disciplines it takes to get where they want to go because they don't know how to look far enough along the curve to see the results that they are creating. The simple things that really lead us to success are all easy to do, but they're also easy not to do. It's easy to send me a message saying, Emily, I'm struggling. It's also easy just to never send me a message saying I'm struggling. It's easy to walk in the bathroom at night and plug your phone in so that you're not tempted to have it in your bed. Super easy. Also really easy to just have the phone in bed with you. It is so easy to go on a 30-minute walk every day to increase your step count. Truly easy. Also very easy to skip the walk in favor of something else in your house. It is actually fairly easy, and this might be polarizing, unpopular opinion, it is actually easy to spend 15 minutes of dedicated time tracking your macros each day once you get the hang of it. It's also easy to skip it because in your brain, it feels too hard. Okay? What's one day where you don't go on your walk? What's one day where you stay up late watching TV? What's one day where you scroll your phone for 30 minutes instead of doing your workout, right? What's one day? It's easy to put group coaching on your calendar to show up and set a reminder to rewatch it if you can't be there live, but it's also easy to skip it. I mean, what's one missed training? What's one missed workout? While anyone can do these successful actions, most people won't because it's so easy to skip them. It actually makes life feel easier when you skip them. But the tragic irony is that skipping these things don't actually make your life any easier. Skipping the 30-minute walk doesn't make your life any easier. Not tracking the macros doesn't make your life any easier. We are all doing simple tasks every day anyway. Unsuccessful people just choose what they think is the path of least resistance. People who make lots of money read books. People who are broke read books too. They just choose different books. It is truly a matter of mastering the mundane, of repeating simple little disciplines that done consistently over time will add up to very big accomplishments. Of course, it's just as easy not to do. But that simple, seemingly insignificant error in judgment, compounded over time, will ruin your chance for success. You can count on it. That's the choice that we face every single day, every hour, a simple positive action repeated over time, or a simple error in judgment repeated over time. So easy to do, so easy not to do. But this is the difference between success and failure. So my guess is that the reason you quit Faster Way maybe looked similar to that. You stopped doing the daily things. Maybe you weren't being consistent, so you figured if you couldn't do it perfect, you shouldn't do it at all. Maybe you had a couple bad weeks, which turned into a couple bad months. Maybe life got in the way. What I want you to hear from me today is just the encouragement that you are so worth it. You are so worth trying again. You are worth it because failing your way to success is a part of success. So I was actually talking to another girl just like an hour before I filmed this video in my DMs, and she actually is a past Faster Way client, but of another coach. She didn't work with me for the first time. And, when I asked her, what is keeping you from doing it again? Because she was like, I'm kind of interested in maybe doing it again. And I said, what's holding you back? And she said, fear of failure. She said, I'm so worried that I'm going to pay the money again and I'm going to fail again. And so I shared with her something that I thought was really profound from another author that I've read, Bryce Pritchett. And he talks about quantum leaps. And one of the things that he says in his book, U Squared, is he says, you cannot hole up in the safe zone of behavior where you think you have beaten the odds of failing. An unwillingness to encounter defeat or run into problems outlaws progress. Unless you allow yourself to make mistakes, to fail, you will never have the opportunity to test the limits of what you are truly capable of accomplishing. Think of problems or pain or slippage as a positive sign. Failure is actually a resource. It helps you find the edge of your capabilities. So in 2024, my VIP community is going to be coming off of Facebook and into a new community platform that is going to be more accessible to everyone. There's going to be an opportunity to be coached in this group in an environment where you can talk about your hurdles and your problem spots. You are going to have access to my private members only podcast where you're going to be able to get mindset coaching on a weekly basis and access to a portal where all my old trainings are going to be housed to be able to access at the touch of your fingertips. I'm so excited to bring these changes to you, and I am so excited to announce that starting January 1st, my VIP group is going to be getting the 6-week new client group coaching material starting January 1st. So you're going to be able to get a refresher on all the Faster Way principles that are guaranteed to deliver you success for the price of your VIP membership. This is the same material that my 6-week group of new clients is getting that is starting January 1st as well. It's going to be just the refresher that you need. Listen, in order to step into the person that you want to be, you have to make space for that person. I used to be doing too much in my life to be the person I wanted to be. So make 2024 the year that you put the focus on the right things, because I did that in 2023 and I've never been happier. And of course, as your coach, I'm here to help you along the way.